So VGR is a Chinese clipper company known for selling some affordable alternatives to the more well-known brands in the industry. You can find these clippers on Amazon, Temu, AliExpress. I've actually tried a VGR clipper before, specifically the VGR 003. It was for a YouTube video, and honestly, I thought that it was really good, especially for the price. So here's something cool. VGR actually reached out to me and is kind enough to send me their newest clipper and trimmer, the Pro V886, for me to try out and review. Is this affordable toolkit usable not just for home use, but for pro barbers? Or is it just like cheap junk that's not even worth your time? Stay tuned and find out. Also, like, full transparency here, they're paying me to make this video, but I promise this is a completely honest review. And also, if you want this kit, there's a link in the description that'll give you a discount. I don't even know exactly how much it is right now, but okay, anyways, thanks. All right, guys, so I'm just editing this video right now, and they just told me that there is an autumn sale going on for this product. So if you want to take advantage of that autumn sale with my discount code as well, click the link in the description, and yeah, it'll help you save some money. So the clipper and trimmer both have a diamond-like carbon blade, or DLC. The clipper has multiple speeds ranging from 7, 8 to 9,000 RPMs, and the trimmer has 7,000 and 8,000 RPMs. The clipper and trimmer have 4-hour run times and can be charged via USB-C. Both machines have a charging base as well. And the tools both have LED indicator like screen that shows the battery percentage, charging status, and an oil indicator. This set also includes guards for both clippers and trimmers, from a 0 guard all the way to the 6 guard for the clippers. And they also have like the left and right ear guard trimmers that I have never used in my life. Maybe you have, I don't know. The set also has interchangeable rubber grips, oil, cleaning brush, and it's all in this very convenient travel case. This whole set only costs $89.99 on Amazon US, and currently has a $20 coupon, so basically $69.99. 70 bucks, dude. The packaging is pretty decent. It's not the most like premium materials being used here. Like, this plastic is pretty flimsy, but the case itself, like, it'll do its job, which is to protect the tools while traveling. The fact that it even comes with this case at this price point, great value. The quality of this thing, it's pretty insane, especially for the price point. It's got a all metal body, and the grips that it comes with is like a weird texture. I don't even know what it's made of, but it feels pretty good. It's not as grippy as the rubber grips, but they look cool, and they're not like all the way slippery, you know. I love how it looks. I think it looks really cool. It comes with the more rubberized grip if that's what you prefer. I know what a cheap clipper feels like, and even though these are technically cheap clippers, these don't feel cheap at all. It's a pretty heavy clipper, similar to the VGR 003, but in my opinion, the weight of it makes it feel really solid. It doesn't really bother me too much throughout the day when I use the clipper, but I do prefer a lighter clipper. But overall, the build quality on this feels really good. The levers, just the whole construction of this machine feels really good. I found that with the trimmer though, I think it needs to be balanced a little bit better. I think the bottom of it is heavier than the top. It's a weird feeling when you're lining up. It's not the worst thing in the world, and you do get used to it, but I'm just used to a little bit more balanced weight in my trimmers. I don't love the screen being here because that's where I usually put my thumb when I'm cutting. But again, it's no big deal. It bothers me more on the trimmer because when I'm lining someone up, it kind of protrudes out a little bit. It kind of touches the client's head, which kind of gets in the way sometimes. Overall, like, these are pretty robust machines, but they feel comfortable to use. I find this much more comfortable than something like the Babyless 245 clipper. I think that one was just way too chunky and wide in your hand, where I like how slim the grip is on this tool. It feels really good to use. It's a very quiet machine. It's not as quiet as something like the TPOB Play. This is quieter than the Wall Vapor. This is obviously good for client use, but even better for beginner barbers cutting at home in a washroom where, you know, the sound kind of is amplified and echoes. Not only are the motors on this thing super quiet, they're very powerful as well. The speed ranges again from 7,000 to 9,000 RPMs, and This has been a very smooth cutting experience. It hasn't snagged or pulled on any hair texture I've used this on so far, which is crazy because this is a $70 kit. This is $35 per tool. The motor also has a very nice vibration as well. It doesn't feel like overwhelming in your hand. The clipper blades are pretty sharp. They fade very smooth, which again is very surprising at this price point. I've tried other brands, other cheap brands from Amazon, and they've pulled hair. They wouldn't cut certain textures. It was like, honestly, it was what I expected. But for this price point, how well this cuts, it's comparable to clippers that is like twice its price, you know? I've used this on all types of hair textures. I didn't have a problem fading whatsoever. And neither of the blades get very hot either, which is also amazing, especially if a lot of people that's gonna buy this tool set, they're not gonna be pros or they're gonna be beginners. They're gonna take longer to cut hair. So the fact that the blades don't get too hot is a really, really big plus. I do have a slight complaint on both machines, on both blades, which is that neither of them really have that like crunchy sound. You can hear it cut, but it's not as crunchy as other blades that I've used out there, which is definitely more of a personal preference thing, but it's not a huge deal. The trimmer blade is honestly decent as well. You can achieve pretty sharp lines with this, but it's not the sharpest tools I've ever used. You definitely have to use the straight blade after to get it as sharp as you'd like it to, at least to my expectations. But for home use, it would be perfectly fine for cleaning up your own beards and everything. If you're a barber on a budget, you can't go wrong with this trimmer blade. I find the best use for it, which I could see myself using it for my day-to-day, is debulking hair for skin fades and just really taking it down as close to skin as possible before I go over it with my foil shaver. The trimmer honestly just erases hair so smoothly and it cuts really close to skin. I was very surprised with its performance, and I think that's honestly the main highlight of the trimmer for me. And the battery life on both machines is honestly pretty good for the price point, especially. The clipper and trimmer both have 4-hour run times. I think the clipper charges in 2 hours and the trimmer charges in 3, which is comparable to a lot more expensive tools that's available out there right now. And the fact that at this price point, at $70, it has a great battery life, comes with a charging dock, it's pretty insane. I had the wall vapor that I spent almost $300 Canadian on, and it didn't come with the charging dock. Having an LED screen like this, it could be a hit or miss. Sometimes I find them a bit tacky, but some are done pretty well. And I think this is fairly done well. It's a little bit too big in my opinion, but it's pretty handy. It shows you the RPM, the battery life, and even if it needs oil or not. Now, I don't think pro barbers care too much about having a screen like this, but for beginner barbers and even people that just want to use this for home use, I think that this is very useful. Look, overall, this is a great tool set, especially for the price. Both machines feel high quality and performs well. They're comparable to machines that are twice its price. At around $35 per tool, you're getting an insane value, and I highly recommend this kit. Not only are the machines themselves great to use, but this kit comes with all the accessories you need. These are amazing for people that want to use them for home, for self-care use, beginner barbers looking to get their first set of pro tools without breaking the bank. Or honestly, even if you're a pro barber and you just want to try something new or try something different, I do recommend this tool. I've used only 3 tools from VGR, but I have been extremely impressed with them. They're providing very high quality tools at a great price. Do I think they're the best machines out? Not necessarily, but they offer some of the best value when it comes to entry-level machines. I think that if VGR really focused on just a few machines instead of all the crazy options they have to offer, like it's a lot. If you just search up VGR on Amazon, it's a little bit overwhelming. But if they focused on just a few machines and focused a little bit more on a better marketing strategy and creating a community around the brand, that the company can really take a leap forward into the mainstream of barbering companies. I feel like aspiring barbers may not even look at this brand, even though they sell good clippers, because they don't really have a brand identity. People like Wall and Andis because they're legacy brands. They've been around for a long time. Babyliss gives you, a very professional, premium, and kind of clean aesthetic to the brand. And TPOB offers just like this raw, unfiltered marketing strategy and extremely high performing and customizable tools. A lot of the top companies right now have a very clear brand identity, and I think If VGR can figure that out, they can take a huge leap in popularity, because clearly, to me at least, they know how to make a good clipper. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm no expert. I'm just a guy that cuts hair, makes videos online. If you're interested in this kit, there's a link in the description that will give you a discount. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.